Hello there, everyone, and big hugs to you all. We are going straight to the tabletop today. I have a little bit of a cold, so you don't need to see this. So all you want to see is you want to come here, you want to see the products, you want to see a project or two, and then we can get straight into it. So this is our release live. So we have lots and lots of beautiful new products. We have stamps, dies, we have storage, we have pastes, we have watercolors, so there's a lot to get through. We also have the fabulous Angel behind the badge today, and she'll be popping in all of the links. So hello everyone, I hope you're good. I am sorry for the weird voice, but I'm sure we will all deal with it. Okay, so I will quickly go through all of the products because I do have a fun project to share, so I want to be able to get to that. So first up, let's have a look at our Crafty Life project kit. This is the Garden Gala. You're going to get a 6x8 stamp set. You're going to get a a die set, which is going to cut out all of the elements from there. You're going to get a stencil set. This is really cool. So as well as having stencils to color in the image from the stamp set, you also get this kind of scene here, and I was really intrigued by this one, so I did do it, and look how cute that little scene is there. As well as the little scene, you're going to get the little masks to go inside, and then you're going to be able to mask it off and create some fun things. And we also have a very cool 3D embossing folder, which has lots of different textures that you can kind of play around with on yeah, chickens. It's been 2 weeks. I don't know. I just can't fight this one off. It's really got me. But I sound a lot better than last week, and I'm sure Angel can verify that because, yeah, we had a presentation last week. It wasn't good. So next up we have our Build a Garden Posh Petals. This is so pretty. Just look at that etched floral design that we have there, and we have a number of different sentiments in there. Some inspiration as always within the packaging. Don't throw that packaging away. Always look in and see what you get. We spend a lot of time on our packaging to make sure that you're able to get everything that you can from it, so never throw it away. We also have the simple coloring stencil set, the die set, and also a mini blending tool you're going to get with this as well. And you can see here that this is the card that I created. I just love how simple this is. This is one layer, and with a little bit of an added sparkle on there. Next up, we have the Crafter Flower Clematis. Oh, this one has my heart. This one looks like the clematis that I have on my fence. It's bare at the minute. Spring has not sprung at the minute, but this is what I get. I get loads of these, so I definitely had to do it in this pink color. You can see that we have dimension on that. I have used the petal shapers to do that. I think this one was one of my favorites from the release, and I will be using this one again today in the little project that we are going to be creating. This is the Botanical Waltz, and when I got this set, it was one of those sets when I was like, okay, it's nice, but I don't see myself using it that much. I was so wrong. As soon as I started cutting these and adding these onto dark cardstock, it stole my heart. So this one is one of my favorites. This one would be one of my top picks, I think. And I created lots and lots and lots of cards with it. If you want to see all of these cards being created, it was actually in the video hop for this release. So I created tons with this. I couldn't stop. And I still have stuff left that I'm able to create with today, which is not normally something that happens with me. Next up, we have the Mini Delight stylish shades. This has my heart. Now, if you want some more inspiration on using this one, please check out the live that Amy did, I think it was last week or the week before, using this, that she has tons of inspiration using this mini delight. It is cool, like really cool. You're going to be able to make these cool little glasses. And what I've planned is I wanted to show you quickly. I know I haven't been through all the products, but I thought if I split it up, we might be a little bit more excited about it. So I'm going to throw in a technique or two through this presentation. But what I wanted to show you is how you can easily create this leopard print look. And you might think, oh, I am not going to be able to do that. I'm going to say you are going to be able to do it. If you have a piece of colored cardstock and you have two darker markers of the same color, you are going to be able to do this. So I have a piece of light gray cardstock. I can't remember this one, but it is from our videos. And what we're going to do is I have industrial diamond and pure graphite. And all you're going to do, right, this is so easy, is you're going to grab the marker with the bold tip and you are literally going to do some little circular ovally shapes. You want to be as random as you can. These do not need to be perfect. Like I said, like, do some big ones, do some little tinies, and that is gonna give you a more natural pattern. So that's all I've done, okay? And then we're gonna grab the next marker. Again, brush tip. This is gonna give you more of a natural kind of flow. And on some of these, we're just going to do a little cup in of each side of that. Or you can go halfway around and add a little dot. Some of them you can just add half. And you're just going to randomly add those little shapes. Sometimes I add 3. I don't know if it's natural to add 3, but and there you go. Just look how quick and easy it is to create leopard print. I don't know if you're going to use this technique, but it means that if you have a friend that loves a little bit about leopard print, and my best friend is one of those people, I will definitely be doing this for some designs that I create for her. So you can then kind of do that, then cut out the glasses, and then you're going to be able to create little leopard print glasses. So hopefully a little bit of a show and tell halfway through is fun. Next up, we have our stencil art styled backgrounds. In here we have 6 6x6 stencils. We have one stencil which is a twisty turny, so you ink it in one color, twist it, ink it, twist it, ink it, twist it, ink it, and that's going to give you a full all-over design. Same with this one. This is a twist and ink. And then we also have a all-over background, and that's going to give you a full floral background. We do have the layering guide within here. But you can see just how easy it is to use. You can use a whole piece, or you could just use a strip and kind of show it off with some dies that we have coming up. All right, so that's like the Marvelous monthly release. Let's show some stamps next. Now, this is a Geo Play Wreath Builder. This was part of the Stamp Wheel 2.0 class. So if you did that class and you're thinking, that looks familiar, it is, because this is the same one that you can get in there. I would recommend, if you kind of wanted this and you also wanted to do the class, you can get the whole bundle of the class bundle, and you're going to be able to kind of see all of those pre-recorded live sessions there. So this is the Geo Play Wreath Builder in here, which is really cool. You also have a guide to where to put this on your Stamp Wheel 2.0 to create these patterns. We have a number of different patterns on here that you're going to be able to create. And I think this is such a fun one. I am loving this bird. It's very, I don't know. I feel like it's like a wood carving of sorts on there. And then this is the card. that I literally opened up this packaging. I was like, oh, I like that. And I copied this. So there is inspiration within here that you can kind of just use and create your own card, which is fab. Next up, we have Leafscapes. Again, this is from that same Stamp Wheel 2.0 class. We have the stamp and the die. Here is my little project, a little bit different. No wreath here. I just used that on a background that I already have. Again, when you open this up, I am going to grab my, because this one is a little bit different than this one. On this one, you have to kind of just look and then place it the same. But with this one here, because it's 100%, what you can do is you can grab your Stamp Wheel 2.0 flip plate, place it on to this packaging, and then line up the stamp. And that is going to help you get that lined up perfectly. So for anything that's 100%, you can just line it up on the packaging and it's going to be perfect. All right, let's move that away. Okay. Then we have Patchwork Pathways. This was part of a release and we will be selling through some of the extra stock that we have. A great die, very, very cute, has a very homely feel to it. And I just love the kind of spring colors that you can use with that one. All right, some more dies. This is the Darling Dahlia. So we have a very sweet little daisy-like dahlia on here. We do have the keyhole system to help you arrange these in the perfect position, and we do have the layering guide on the back. So a great one for just adding a little bit of something to a sentiment. I will be using this one today. This is the Nesting Arches die set. This, again, is using that Botanical Harmony die from before, and this is actually a shaped card. If you want to see how to create this one, again, on the video hop that went out today. So that is the Nesting Arches. We also have an outlined hello die. So in here you have two dies. You have a shadow and then the outline of the hello, which also cuts out the inside pieces as well. I have, used that Botanical Harmony again, I know. And also the little pieces that you have behind here are in fact arches. So I've used those in a little bit of a different way on that one as well. Next up we have Pixel Paint. This is a very sweet little pixel panel. And then we also have some squares that can go within the little open spaces, so you can add detail into there. And this one does work really well with the paper rhythm. So the same kind of images that you can see in here are replicated on this 3D embossing folder. Again, some more of those flowers. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Thank you. I did forget, didn't I? If you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. Thank you, Christine, for reminding me. Now we have a couple, I'm going to say a couple, we have a few stencils in this release. First one is Petal Pop, a large singular daisy bloom, or it could be a sunflower, 6x6, and you also have the mask for the inside piece. For this card, what I did was I used our new paste through the stencil. I let it dry, then I placed the stencil back on top and then added some color to the petals and also the inside of the flower there. And you can see just how well that dried paste takes the inks. And once it's, you know, the ink has dried, you're good to go. You can rub it and it's good. Next up, circuit board, Lydia. This one is so detailed. This reminds me of like a sci-fi movie. I think it was made by Disney, and they were on motorbikes and they went on rides and competed within a computer. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. This one, what I've done is I already had a background that I created, I think it was a couple of years ago. I found it in my drawer and I was like, ooh, I wonder if I pop that stencil on top and use the new pastes on top of the cardstock. And the cardstock was actually, what's that paper called? The plastic paper that you use alcohol inks with. It'll come back to me. Yes, Laura. That's the one. Yeah. And what's it called? Yupo paper. There we go. Yupo paper. So I popped this on top and it already had the alcohol inks on. And I wondered if the paste would stick to it, and it sticks to it perfect. So this is our new paste that you will see coming up as well. Next up, we have Daydream Doodles. Again, look at that. It looks like we've got some really beautiful kind of gold paste, but we don't. You're going to see this coming up as well. This is the Daydream Doodles. This is 2 different stencils, and this was in collab with Mama Lay. And you have some beautiful patterns on here to use for mixed media, or to use in your journaling or your cards. I did just use it for a card, and it's been a while since I created a rainbow card, and this made me happy. I think spring is coming, and I'm really happy with that one. Next up is Luxe Lattice. Again, this is some new paste that is coming up. Just look at the opulence. Oh, it makes me so happy. Right, so this is the Luxe Lattice. We have this beautiful all over design on a 6x6. So beautiful. A little bit Art Deco. It looks kind of like chain mail on there as well. Another new paste that we have coming up. This one's cool. This is the Geometric Mix Stencil. It's a mix of triangles, hexagons, and some little other doofy shapes over there as well. So it is a great one to use. Great one for masculine cards, I think. This one, my boy probably wouldn't stick his nose up if I give him something like this. If I give him flowers, he'd be like, Mom, really? But this one, I think he would be quite cool with that one. Point weave. Ooh. So beautiful. This one is very Art Deco. It's giving me wallpaper vibes. Very classy, very elegant. Okay, so that's all of the kind of main items that we got, but we have got a couple more that I'm going to sneak in before we actually create a project. This is the Twisty Pods sequin storage. So it will come to you like this, right? So you're going to get one empty Twisty Pod storage. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your fabulous Stellar sequins and you're going to pop a different size in each of the pots. And then you're going to twist them all together and then you have a lid. So you have 6 of the pots and then 1 lid. So you're going to be able to keep all of the colours in one. I am going to label these up at some point and then put them in a drawer, and they're just going to look beautiful in that. 1 lid, yes, 1 lid, and then the rest all just screw into each other like this. Boom. Okay. These are our new watercolors. I did have the swatches, but they look as though they've run away. Curious. But you can see the colors on here. We do have a intro video for these coming, so you are going to be able to see them. But look how luscious these look. These just feel like luxury to me. They are so tactile. the images have a raised effect to them. They are very, very, I would say they're quite designer. So we have two new ones. We have the Lush Terra. In here we have Deep Sienna, Soft Rose, Violet Nightshade, Hydrangea Blue, Sea Glass, and Emerald Cedar. And then we also have the Bold Ember. I love this. So this is kind of a split primary. So you have the three primary colors, but you have them in a cool and a warm tone. So that's what split primary means. So you have Cherry Tomato, Harvest Vermilion, Ochre Yellow, Golden Saffron, Cerulean Sea, and Indigo Sky. So really beautiful. These ones are going to kind of complete the collection with the Mint Garter, aka Sarah Simon. So all of the four fit together perfectly to create a overall beautiful watercolor palette. Okay, so next one is by special request. So a lot of you guys have been asking for black instant dimension foam tape, and we now have it. So we have it in 3 different widths. The thickness is always the same with these 6, 3 even. I was looking at the 6 and I said 6 with these 3. So they are 1/16 of an inch. So they are the same thickness as our OG instant dimension foam tape, but you can see, look, it is pitch black. It is beautiful. It is so classy. But we have them in the 1 inch width, the 1/2 inch, which is the OG instant dimension foam tape, but black. And then we also have the 1/4 of an inch. You can see just how cool they are. So if you like working with a dark cardstock, thank you, Monty. Potato, tomato, yeah, I don't know. But we do have these, and these, if you work on dark cardstock all the time, these are going to be invaluable to you. All right. Last, but by no means least, we have new pastes, and these are fabulous. Okay, they are all very different. I will bring you out my testing sheets, and I'm going to show you a kind of technique with this that I found out by accident. Yeah, that's something that happens. You think, I wonder if this will work. And it did. And I was impressed and intrigued, and quite impressed with my genius at one point. Okay, so first up, I'm going to go with the one that is more like something that we have originally, but it is different. So this is the white relief paste. This one has a completely different texture than our embossing paste. This is smoother. I do need a little thing to help me open it up. This is smoother. It is kind of has a different texture about it, and it is harder once it dries. It has very fine particles in here, and it is very, very opaque. So that is our new one. I love it. Next up, we have the Crystal 3D Gel. So this one, even though when I open this up, oops, sticky, it kind of looks milky. Once this dries, it is going to be clear. So adding this onto white cardstock, it's just going to be white. If you add it onto a different color cardstock, it's just going to give you that sheen on there. I will show you them on cardstock so you can see them. This one is magic. So if you have ever wanted a foil, the same design as your stencil, you can do this. Right, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab your stencil, place it down, put your foil relief paste all over it, take the stencil off, clean your stencil and your tool, and then you're going to wait for it to dry. And then what it will dry down to is a sticky piece of cardstock. Now, this one here, I've just gone all over the cardstock because I want to show you a new technique. But this one is fabulous. So this is how I did this. All right. I literally use the stencil, I let it dry, and the kind of tackiness that you're going to get from it is, if you have our sticky mat, it's about that tack. It will dry down to that. And then you take your foil, you burnish it over your stenciled image, and then you get the most opulent look with your foil. Now, the technique that I kind of stumbled across is where you can kind of do a double foiled pattern. Now, before we did this, I put the fabulous foil relief paste all over a piece of cardstock, and then I did a silly. I put a piece of paper onto it and it stuck. So we're not going to get a perfect effect with this because I did a silly and a little bit of paper is stuck to it. So pretend that you foiled this with one of your press plates, and then you have some foil left over, right? What you're going to do is you're going to take this foil and you're going to place it onto that cardstock. Remember, this one has had a piece of paper stuck onto it. Ugh. And I burnished mine down with a bone folder. You can use your fingers. I'm going to say a brayer is probably not going to do it correctly. Altenew does have a stamp cleaning spray, a stamp cleaner. It's just called Stamp Clean Spray. Angel, if you can get the link for it, please. So I'm just going to go over and rub all of this design. Okay. That's where the paper is. It's just not sticking. Okay, it's fine. You're going to get the gist. Okay, and then what you're going to do, is pull that off. And it's not working as well, but I do have one that I have that worked perfectly without sticking some paper to it. But you can see that it has added all of that down. Then you're going to grab, another piece of foil. Okay. And then add that on top. And you're going to burnish this. Okay. And then you can see where paper stuck to it. And then what you're going to be able to get is a fabulous two-toned foil cardstock. I love it so much. So this one here is one that I may not have put the paste down as flat, but you can see that the foil itself did go perfectly onto that one. So yeah, and just look how pretty that is. Very pretty. It does work as long as you don't stick cardstock onto it before you stick your foil. But hey, we all make mistakes, and at least you now know what not to do with it. Okay, I did say I was going to show you my practice, well, my kind of test sheets that I did with these. But I did want to show you the kind of difference between, this is the Crystal 3D gel, and you can see just how cool that looks on black cardstock. This one is our new white relief paste, and this one is our OG embossing paste. So you can see that there is a bit of a difference between them. This one is softer than this one. This one's quite hard, but the opacity on this one is darker. You can see. There you go. But there we go. So all of these, they work differently. The clear, this is the new white relief paste, the old embossing paste on there, so you can see the difference. And this is our pearl shimmer paste. If you wanted to see if they do stick glitter to them, they do. I'm not sure that's what everyone needs to know, but they do all stick glitter, and these just go to show how well they keep their form when dried. All right. Oh, also, you can color them all. Just saying. So if you do want to see all of that, we do have a video coming out with the kind of testing for all of the pastes that we have, just to show you how different or similar they are to each other. All right, so I'm going to move these out, and we're going to create a project. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get through it all. It's a little bit more labor intensive than my normal cards, but I thought it would be fun. So that's what we're doing. We are going to be using the nesting arches. And first up, I am going to cut 3 panels using the dies. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating like a tunnel card. So I have 3 panels there and the nesting arches die. And I'm just going to choose some of these for my kind of tunnel card. So I don't want the biggest one. I might go for the second biggest one. So that's going to be my first one, my largest. I'm then going to miss out the next size, and then I'm going to take that size, and then I'm going to miss out the next one, and I'm going to take the next one. So I have 3 different panels there. Okay. I am just going to stand up to do my die cutting because this is all of the gym workout that I normally get. So I am going to tape these into place onto my panels. So trying to get it as centralized as I can. If you were at home, which you are, you can spend a little bit of time matching these up, making sure everything around them, the border is, you know, better than what I'm doing. Just trying to guesstimate it. And this one. Okay. So my trick of never having to clean my plates on my die cut machine is just to use some copy paper. I know, I am lazy. I should clean those plates, but I don't. Okay, so we're just gonna die cut all of those. Bring in my die cutting machine. So we're just gonna place this one down first. And if I just ran that through with my dirty plates, all of this cardstock would be dirty. That's not what I want. I'm adding a piece of copy paper in there so I don't have to clean my plates. Okay, run that through. So there's my first part of the card. Next one. Run this through. Hey everyone that has joined me. Please let me know what your favorite part of the release is and what was the first thing that you popped into your basket today if you did do a shop. Okay, so that's my next one. And then we're gonna go for this one here. Hannah, I don't think it's smart, I think it's lazy. Oh, Laura, I think mine get dirty because I stamp sentiments and then I die cut the sentiments and it kind of just sticks to the top. And I'm just a messy crafter. Maybe not everyone's plates get dirty, but mine do. And a lot. Okay. So, I then have these 3 panels. Okay. These ones that I can use for a card later on. I then have the next one. Oh. Okay. And you can see that, I mean, it's not perfect. You'll be able to get the perfect border on those at home. Oh, black foam tape. Yes. Nesting arches, smart. Hopefully you can kind of play with this idea as well. So we have those 3. And just look how cool that is. I didn't know how big these needed to be. So I just had a full panel and I have scored it at a quarter of an inch, no, half an inch, sorry, half an inch. And I'm just concertinaing this, okay? So I've got 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces. This one's a bit big. I could have done another one, but I didn't. So I scored it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Hopefully you can see that. And they're all half an inch. And to concertina, what you're going to do is you're going to fold one way. You're going to flip the cardstock and then fold it the other way. So concertina fold is sometimes called a mountain and valleys fold as well. Okay. Right, so that is that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of our sticky tape. You can use wet glue for this. It is a bit stronger. And I'm going to add some tape on this first strip here. Hopefully I'm going slow enough so if you do watch this replay, you are going to be able to kind of follow along with me. So there's the first piece there. And then I'm just going to move that piece out of the way. And I'm going to add another strip here. Okay, so strip there, move that out of the way. And we're going to put another strip there. I will do the other piece the same. Just trim that off. Okay, and then we're going to move that out of the way. I'm going to add another strip here. Like I said, I didn't know how big I needed this at the time, but we're gonna find out. Okay, I think this might be the last one that I need, but we'll see. So we have that here. So it's kind of, yeah. I think I've done it a little bit wrong, but we'll see. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the same on this panel. Boop, 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 boop. So I've done that one. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to add to this one. Oh, the darling dahlia is cute, and I like saying darling. I think it's very, very cute. It reminds me very much of Bridgerton. I don't know if anyone is watching Bridgerton. Seems to be a big thing in the UK at the minute, Bridgerton. I went to the supermarket and there was a lot of like Regency home decor going on. Oh, Liz, yes. I don't know. Is this a shadow box card? I thought it was a tunnel card, but I may have got these descriptions incorrect. Okay, so I find that removing the top of this tape is easier with my tweezers, although I was planting some seeds with these the other day, so they may be a bit soily. So I'm going to remove that tape, and we're going to add on the largest one onto the back of that. So the easiest way I find is to remove the tape, kind of hold that together, and then line it up along that edge. Sorry if my head is in the way. Okay, so you can see, right? We also have the tapes ready to go on the others. Add some tape. I'm going to add this one on. Okay. Then I'm going to remove the next tape. Like I said, these tweezers work really well. I hope that we're all going to give this a go. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to butt this piece up into that fold and then just close this. Oh no! Hopefully the comments are appearing. Well, they start to appear soon. I do still see comments from YouTube, but I'm not sure. All right, so now I'm going to butt that up into that. Close that one. Yes. Next one. And you can go with this for however you want. It would be very like Alice down the rabbit hole if you kept going with it. It would be so cool. Okay. Hopefully it's quite clear. All right. Come on. Again, butt that up into that little crease that we have, and then just fold that back on itself. And then for this last piece, I am just going to stick a normal panel on, so one that I haven't cut. Okay. And then what I can do is I can cut that excess off. So I only needed it up until that point. But we could have kept going. Right? There's no reason, if you have more, you know, images that you want to use and things like that, you want more depth and dimension, you don't have to stop here. You could have these really, really long. Yep, I'm going to decorate stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to trim these pieces off. Or you could leave them on and just tape them down. One or the other, so trim off or just tape. Not a biggie either way, okay? So then what you're going to do, oops, very untidy, Lydia, is you can just put tape all over this and add that onto a card. Where is my card? I did have one. Here we go. So here's my card. I'm going to grab that sticker tape. Add this all over the back. It is the lovely angel behind the badge today. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Okay. This may be a little bit involved for a live, but hey, I think it's going well. I didn't go too wrong. You know, sometimes we just need a gold star for not doing something wrong, right? Or not crying. But there we go. There's my card base. And I'm just going to take this whole piece and stick it on. Lining up the side. And there we go. So as you can see, because we have these kind of concertina, we have so much dimension in this, but it will squeeze and fit into an envelope. Probably not an A2 envelope, but as much as you can squeeze it, it will fit in. But just look how much dimension that we've got there. So what I have is some more of those beautiful flowers from our Creative Cuts. I'm trying to see if I can find it. No. Which is the Botanical Waltz. I was calling it Botanical something else before. Botanical Harmony. No, Botanical Waltz. Sorry, everyone. And what I'm going to do is, if you watch the video hop, I cut so many of these. I got so excited. I thought I was going to use all of them. I didn't. But I now have lots of these for different projects. But what I did do was I cut these out of double-sided cardstock pieces because I added double-sided adhesive to the cardstock before I cut them all. So I, in theory, created little stickers. Now, the problem with that is that if I stick this on here, that's literally going to stick all of these pieces together, and the dimension that we've got is just going to be non-existent, and there'd be no point. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away the stick. Okay. So my trick is to get some baby powder or talc and a brush and just brush that on. Tracy, I used it a little bit at the start where I showed you a little technique where you could double use it, but the kind of looks that you can get with it is fantastic. It's really easy to use. You're just going to use it with your stencils or just put it down onto a piece of cardstock. Let it dry, and then you're going to add your foil over the top. We will have a video with it, but if you did want to see that video without it actually being released on YouTube yet, what you can do is you can go to the PDP, and I'm sure it's already on there. But yeah, there you go. So now that is no longer sticky. So I can then add that wherever I want, and it is not going to stick everything down. Probably actually going to go with some wet glue. Oops. So we do have the glue in the store. Oops. And I am going to use some of that. So I'm just going to add some. You only want to add glue to where you're going to be sticking it on your piece. So let's go ahead and add a couple of different layers to this just so you can see how magical this is going to look. Again, you can see I'm using my little tweezers, which removes the backing on there. this March release is beautiful, and it has made me very happy to be able to sit and play with it. Okay, so we're going to add some glue on there, and we're going to be able to tuck that in a different layer. Oh, this makes me happy. All right. But just adding that on. I mean, technically, if I wanted to be lazy, I could have just left the backing paper on the double-sided adhesive. It's up to you. Yeah, the March release is fantastic. Okay, so I'm adding some glue there. And I'm tucking that behind that flower, but on that next thing. And you can see just how cool that is looking. I do have some foliage as well. Maybe I'm going to stick some of that on the back. Maybe it's something I should have done first. Yeah. Thank you, Bonds and Cards. But you can keep adding as many of these flowers as you want. Completely up to you. Okay. So I think you'll kind of get the idea of this now. So I may finish this on my own time. And then we can kind of have a look at something else, right? Quickly, before the hour is up. Okay. But yeah, it would be great if everyone can grab out their layer and dies and create a fun kind of tunnel card with that, and then you're going to be able to post that. This was going to make a good Mother's Day card. We have our Mother's Day in March, so I think my mum might appreciate this one. Something a little bit different than a flat card, all right? To sit there, got some good vibes going on with those spring flowers. But yeah, there we go. So there is a card idea with those beautiful flowers from Botanical Waltz. The other thing that I did have prepped, apart from the glasses, is I have a flower here from the Crafty Flower Clematis. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is to kind of put these together and use our flower shaping tools, the petal shapers, to create beautiful dimension. Okay, so these are the pieces for one flower, and you can see it's easy to see which flowers are different because you do have two flowers in it, because the shapes that you get in the keyhole are different. So this one has a little arrow, that's for one flower, and then this one has the keyhole. Sorry everyone, this one's just tickly. Okay, thank you, Tracy. All right, and where's my sticky mat? I would not have put it away. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to grab our sticky mat, pop the little pieces on. I have a mini blending tool, some Coral Bliss, and I'm just adding a little smidgen of that to the center. And it is as easy as that to just add some extra beautifulness to your layered die cuts. Doesn't take a lot, just a little bit of ink blending and you're good to go. So that is those. I am going to let them dry a little minute over there. Remove these pieces off and then grab my petal shapers. And in the petal shaper tools, you do get 6 different sizes, and you just guess which one you want to play with. The bigger the tool, the kind of more rounded. The smaller the tool is for the smaller petals. And the way I use it is, you can see here I have the foam mat under me, and I just go in circular motion to start with, and then you can kind of draw out the centerpiece by just going up and down. And that is it. It doesn't take a lot to get really realistic or interesting shapes on your petals. So just that kind of rounded motion. You don't want to press too hard with this. What you're doing is you're slowly manipulating the fibers within the cardstock and heating them up a little. Roundy round, roundy round, round. It's just a roundy round, then a straighty straight. That's normally how I do it. I don't know. It just adds so much. It's going to make everything go from flat, even though it's layered, it kind of has that flatness about it, to just breathtaking. And just because it's called a petal shaper tool doesn't mean it's just for petals. You can use this for butterflies. You can use it for your leaves. I also use it for my centers. You can see just doing that centerpiece, it kind of all curls up like it would on an actual real flower. Just in the center. I'm not even doing that end piece, just roly, roly, roll into that centerpiece. I may have lost a little flower center. Huh, misplaced. Never mind. We can just do one flower. Wet glue I always find is best for these. Now, you can go with these and go 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't know. I live fast and free. So I just put them on. I don't matter if the one petals were supposed to be underneath another one. Just go for it. Okay. Next one. And this glue is perfect for cardstock die cuts. You have enough time for a little bit of a wiggle room, but it does grab quite quickly. Oh, Shannon, yes, flowers make me very, very happy as well. I cannot wait for spring. I mean, I have some daffodils out, and there are some anemones out as well, but that's about it. I need some dahlias, I need some roses, I need all the things so I can walk around and just lord over the garden. So we have this piece here. It does have some little pieces in it, which I will remove. Always add glue to the piece that you're going to put on top. Don't add it there because it might squidge out and not be in the right place. Okay. And then we have this little piece, which I'm going to bend the other way so it curves down. So I'm going to turn it upside down. Smaller one, I think. This one. Okay, and I'm gonna need some foam in that because it's kind of curving the other way. Foam tape, where are you? There's a number of different ways you can share it. There is a little share button. You can post it wherever you want. You can email it to someone as well. It's up to you how you want to go about it. But thank you for wanting to share. Let's make our hearts very, very happy. So I'm going to add some foam behind that. I think this one might be a little bit too large. It's going to be fine now. Okay. And we're just going to cover over that keyhole, and no one is going to know it's there. No one's going to know your secret to perfect positioning every time. So there is our flower. We do have some foliage to go with it, so really easy to pop that onto a card. I'm not going to pop it onto this one because I don't know, maybe it would go, but you could put on a card, add your foliage to the different layers. But I do love that. So I'm just going to bring in all of the various different things that we've kind of looked at today. We have used the petal shaper tool with the clematis crafter flower, and that is the kind of look that you're going to get there. We have made a tunnel card or an accordion card there. Yes, please share. I also shown you how you can create a leopard print. So if you're looking on how to do that, please rewatch this and you're going to be able to do that. And I also showed you how you can use up your foil waste. I don't know where it's gone though. But how you can use up your foil waste with our foil gel by creating a fabulous two-tone foil pattern. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I know I was a little bit croaky today. Hopefully next time we are together, I am not as croaky and annoying. So I hope that you all have a fabulous weekend and that you have been inspired to go to your craft room or your craft space and get creating something. Thank you so much for spending an hour with myself and the amazing Angel, and we will see you again very, very soon. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening or morning or wherever you are in the world. See you soon. Bye-bye.